Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and Horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for you guys born in the year of the rabbit. So welcome back all my bunny buddies. How are we hopping along this week? Let's find out, shall we? As we shuffle these cards up and down, we move them all around and we pick out 3 cards for you guys. Let's see about where we're gonna stop. Let's stop about there. And we'll take that one from the bottom, we'll take that one from the middle, we'll take that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, so we got 2 positives and a negative there. Now it's okay to feel a little bit optimistic and get a bit enthusiastic with that pair of positives there, but as I've said before, I'll say it again, I'm going to say it in every video: white isn't always all right and black isn't always an attack. There is no good or bad here, just preferable and non-preferable options. There is good and bad in everything, and we are obviously aware that there has to be a balance. However, what we are looking at is not so much that positive and negative, but we are looking at the compatibility of the cards. And this is an example of white being all right, especially for a rabbit person, because rabbit and sheep, they have a really good bond, and it's a very easy bond. They both come together really well. They both share a lot of interests and a lot of passion for different things, and they both have what some would call a sunny disposition. So this is a good card. This is looking like things are looking up, things are going okay, things are, in some ways, looking as you always envisioned them. There is a change coming, however. There is this catalytic moment, this phasing out of something and the phasing in of something. It's quite abrupt. It's happened quite quickly. It's almost like you didn't expect it, but you're not angry at it. You're not tempered by it. It hasn't upset you. It hasn't agitated you. It's not frustrated you. What it has done, however, is open up the opportunities for others to now make a decision based around what it is you've presented. Almost in some ways you've said, this is what's on the table. Do you want to come and sit at this table or not? Again, you're thinking things are going well. You're thinking things are all right. You're thinking that you can now, in some ways, invite this thing to your table. You can invite this someone around and hope that, it's going to have that favorable outcome that you've been waiting for. It feels right. However, that sheep is a cunning little fellow, because as a catalyst card, it does mean that something is going to change. Now, that could be the dynamic. As soon as you say, this is what's on the table, that could change the dynamic. That could change everything. Everything. You may not be in the most strongest of positions that you think you are. I don't think you're ready for this type of change, whether it has a good result or a bad result, depending on your obviously your perspective. Either one of those, I feel, is going to be an outcome that you aren't necessarily prepared for. However, you've got both your comrades here, the goat and the pig, both catalyst cards, both bringing on change, both very compatible with the rabbit. So we are looking again at something favourable, because the pairing of the rabbit and the boar, that is an all-star team. That brings out your strengths. And I guess this is what's giving you this confidence, because you're feeling good. You're feeling positive about it. Like I say, you wouldn't have brought something or someone to the table if you weren't convinced that the platter that you've provided was going to entice them to stay. You wouldn't have done that. Now, the sheep would have come in quite unexpectedly, a disruption almost. Whereas the pig is something that's now happening very slowly. It's almost like you've put it on the table, but now you're willing to be patient enough to wait and see if they are willing to sit at your table. You have said, this is what's available, this is what I'm offering. They've said, okay, well, I'll think about that. And you're okay with this. You're okay with this. You're okay to let them think it through. But again, I just don't think you're prepared for the yes or the no. If they sit at the table, are you prepared for their dinner etiquette or their mannerisms at the table? Are you going to be okay with it if they sit down? Or if they say no, are you going to be okay with the rejection? Are you going to be able to deal with this no matter what the outcome provides? Now, the goat and the pig here in the positive being your most compatible cards. They are in your affinity triangle. There are no other signs, no other cards out there that are more compatible to you than these two. So these two coming towards us now in the positive are either here for support, or they are here to sort of, usher you into something new and a great beginning. Now, that support is obviously because you're going to need support if this ends up going in a different way than you expect. But I don't think you expect anything from this. That's why the good or the bad is going to be unexpected. It's almost like you don't know what the actual result's going to be. You don't know what the answer's going to be because you've been given no indication or hint what this something or someone is actually wanting. So you saying, this is where I'm at, this is what's on the table, this is what I'm offering, this is what I've got, you putting that out there puts the ball in their court. But you don't know which way that's going to go. So we need to brace ourselves for this. And by the looks of it, moving into this negative, there is going to be some kind of hurdle or challenge. And it's that sheep, that goat coming back in just to dominate that patience, that game of patience there. It's like the sheep never really phased out. The sheep's been there the whole time, but the change of the pig, that catalyst moment of, or that kind of decision to wait at the table for this person to come, or this something, or this someone, or whatever it is to come to you, that is your patient game. That's your, okay, I can wait for you. And that's where you've changed your, I suppose, approach from the invitation to now sitting on your own waiting for an answer. But the goat itself, the sheep, that's still there. And it isn't looking too great. It looks like it could be a while, if not, pointless, you actually sitting there. The sheep isn't one to mess around. He's a sneaky fellow because he comes in very sweet and light-footed. But as soon as it gets to a point where it's scared, it's frightened, self-preservation kicks in, it's going to bleat, it's going to kick, it's going to headbutt, it's going to be abrupt, it's going to go all over the place, batshit crazy. And it's you that's going to be left to clean up all the pieces of your flipped-up dinner table and all the plates that are crushed all over the floor. And I don't think you're prepared for that as much as you may believe you are. I think, however, there is a way around this, which is, again, maybe not so much waiting at the table patiently, but more so approaching it directly. You say, this is what I've got in my table, this is what I'm offering. Then whatever, it is, could say, well, I'm going to need some time to think about this. And then you take back control and say, well, I'll give you till tomorrow. Oh, I'll give you until Tuesday. I'll give you until 6 o'clock. Take back that control. Otherwise, I do feel that you're going to be sitting on that bench for a long time. Just sitting and waiting. Just waiting for somebody to join you at the table next to you on that bench to enjoy this dining experience. That's not to say that it won't work out in the end. I mean, we are looking at a hell of a lot of catalyst cards here, a hell of a lot of a change. But as I've already kind of stated, I mean, this is just one thing that's gone from positive attitude to a more, oh, okay, so now I'm sitting here waiting around. I didn't necessarily expect that. Again, as I said, it's not rejection and it's not acceptance. Something that maybe you're not prepared for, that in between. Or maybe that is what you expected and that's why you're not taking direct action. However, as I say, my advice would be to say, you need time to think, then this is how much time I'm giving you because, the stuff on my table isn't going to stay fresh forever. But we'll find out how you get on with that next week, won't we, when we come back and do another reading for you guys born in the year of the rabbit. My next reading will be for those born in the year of the dragon. So if you are interested in what the dragons are up to, then I will see you over there next. If not, no worries. I'll just catch you in a video next time when we come back and do a reading for you guys born in the year of the rabbit. Thank you for watching. Love and peace.